Hey, what's up? This is David Benjamin from HealthyWealthyFree.com. Today I'm going to share with you several different reasons why you should stop drinking dairy milk immediately. And the reason I say immediately is because dairy milk has changed so much over the years that the dairy milk product that we now have on store shelves doesn't even resemble the product we had 40, 50, 100 years ago. It's a completely different product altogether. So it all starts with obviously the cow and the health of the cow and how the cow is raised and how healthy that cow is. How healthy the cow is determines how healthy the milk it is that it produces. So basically what's happened over the last several decades is factory farming has increased and been on the rise dramatically, and since the invention, whatever you want to call it, of factory farming, basically cows have gone from roaming the pasture, eating grass, to living in a confined square block space, literally this much bigger than their body, and they don't move, so they're not exercising. Which, when that happens when human beings don't exercise, what happens? Fat is accumulated. So they're not exercising, they're stuck in a very small confined space. They don't have sunlight, which is a huge factor, and they aren't eating grass, which is what their natural diet would be, which is what their body eats and digests and assimilates best. They're eating GMO feed. So GMO feed, genetically modified crops, soy, corn, things like that, are full of pesticides. So they're eating junk food diet, and they're not exercising, they're not getting outside, and they're stuck in a very confined space. So for these various reasons, basically cows are not eating healthy, they're not exercising, and then on top of that they're given antibiotics to kind of resist any type of bacterial infection or anything like that, along with steroids so that they grow bigger faster so they can get more meat and milk production. So the problem comes when these cows have gone from grazing the pasture, the fields, the pasture, and being healthy and all that, to being these cows that we have today that eat pesticide-laden, genetically modified food, no sun, no exercise, and they're getting sick. And they have antibiotics and steroids in their body. So you can only imagine the steroids, antibiotics, pesticides, and all this junk in their body that accumulates gets into both the meat and the milk supply. So that's the beginning. That's what the product, that's what the animal looks like before it turns into the product, which is milk, which is what we're talking about today. So milk back in the day was raw, unpasteurized, and delivered to your door in a glass jar, which is incredible. I mean, I can't believe that world existed at one time. Now milk obviously is not raw, it's pasteurized, which pasteurization is the heating process to kill bacteria, which I'm putting that in quotes because it kills both good and bad bacteria. And then it's put in a plastic carton, and then it's sealed, and then it's shipped for however far, and then it sits in the store shelves for however long, and then eventually get at home and you drink it, if you drink it. So I don't recommend drinking dairy milk. And I remember when my mom, when I was a kid, I was probably like 11 or 12 years old, my dad, my brother, and me were drinking dairy milk, and then my mom and my sisters were drinking almond milk, or I think it was rice milk actually. And she said, you guys should try this, it's a lot better, it's a lot healthier. And we're like, no, that's weird. And then we finally started trying it, and we're like, oh, this is kind of good, it's kind of sweeter and it's kind of tastier. And we stopped drinking dairy milk completely, and this was when I was like 12 years old, or somewhere around there, maybe 13. And I remember thinking it was kind of weird at the time, but now knowing what I know, I realized why my mom made that switch to the non-dairy alternative. And I'll talk about the milk recommendations at the end of this video. But the reason you don't want to drink dairy milk is very simple. One, the milk is pasteurized, so it's killing the pasteurization and homogenization process. Kills all the beneficial bacteria, so any beneficial bacteria, beneficial microbes that would benefit your gut from that dairy are completely gone because of the pasteurization process. Not only that, but like I said, the cow is fed GMO feed, pesticides, it's not healthy, so the gut flora isn't healthy in the cow in the first place because the cow isn't healthy. And then on top of that, if there were any good bacteria that actually got into the milk, it's killed through pasteurization and homogenization. So the good bacteria is gone. That's really one of the most beneficial factors of actual milk in its raw state in the first place. That's completely wiped out. It is rich in calcium and things, but the problem is the mineral ratios have changed. So there's actually a lot of calcium, but it's not actually assimilated and absorbed because of the pasteurization process and homogenization process as well. So you actually, what's interesting is that because basically your body's ability to digest milk, it uses that calcium. It actually uses more calcium than it contains. So your body actually, it actually leaches calcium from your body just to digest and absorb that milk. So you're actually harming your bone health, and you're actually causing weaker bones by drinking milk. You're not helping bones in any way. So that's the second reason. The minerals, calcium, things like that, it's a complete fraud. You're actually depleting your body of those minerals because of the minerals and resources it takes to digest and absorb all the profile that milk is, the fats and things like that, and the proteins and things like that, and the list goes on and on. The third reason is IGF-1. IGF-1 is insulin growth-like factor. Basically, they found through scientists and researchers have found that cancer patients have higher levels of IGF-1. Milk contains IGF-1. Insulin growth-like factor. So you're just giving your body that, and that if you have cancer cells, we all have cancer cells in our body, but if you have cancer that is kind of on the edge, if you will, of being dormant or growing and proliferating, that will help it proliferate. So like I said, there's no beneficial bacteria for your gut flora. It's actually leaching your body of minerals and calcium and things like that. It contains IGF-1, which it'll offset your hormone and your hormones and hormonal balance. And then it contains antibiotics and steroids. Antibiotics are, what is exactly what it says, antibiotic, biotic meaning life, so it's killing good bacteria. So you're actually not only not getting the beneficial bacteria, but you're ingesting the antibiotics, which is going to kill the good bacteria in your gut and harm your gut flora and gut health. On top of that, like I said, steroids and things like that, different stimulants, different steroid-based stimulants to cause the cows to produce more milk and meat and grow larger, your body is ingesting as well. So you're basically not getting any of the benefits you once got from dairy milk, and you're getting all the crap that they get from their junk food diet and their lack of exercise and then being in a confined space. So what do I recommend? I recommend almond, rice, or coconut or hemp milk. Those are there, and there's different options. There's also cashew milk and things. Basically, a nut-based milk or coconut milk or rice milk is better. The stuff you get in stores has keratin added, which is like a preservative that kind of like adds texture. And the problem with the milk in the stores is they really don't have a lot of. If it's almond milk, they only use a little bit of almonds for that huge thing of almond milk. So it's best to make it at home. I really don't drink it at all anymore, to be honest, like any type of milk, just because I don't really eat cereal anymore at all. But occasionally I get it every once in a while. But I do not recommend soy milk. Soy mimics estrogen in the body. Most both men and women in America have higher levels of estrogen in their bodies, so having soy mimic estrogen will cause more estrogenic effects in the body, man boobs, hormonal imbalances, because all the hormones are connected. So when you raise one hormone, it's going to offset these, and then it's going to try to modulate. And hormones are just these crazy chemical messengers, and whenever you spike one or decrease one, it's going to offset the whole wavelength, if you will. So I just recommend any type of nut milk or rice milk or coconut milk. And just avoid dairy milk. I have an article on dairy milk below, 6 reasons why you should avoid dairy milk. Please read that article, check it out. There's actually more reasons why you should avoid dairy milk. And go with the nut milk, go with the non-dairy alternative, and make sure to get organic. Thanks a lot for your time. This is Dave Benjamin from HealthyWildandFree.com. Make sure to live healthy, wild and free. Please like, favorite, comment, share this video, subscribe for future videos, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.